So next up we're going to look at adding and subtracting mixed numbers. So I've got 4 examples here I'm going to do. So first, I'm going to say we could break these up into their whole number part and fraction parts. And what I mean by that is I could reorder this so that it's... Whoop, forgot to change my pencil. There we go. I could say, okay, this is going to be 2 plus 1 plus 1/4 plus 3/8. 2 plus 1, of course, is 3. The fractions I can't combine yet because they don't have a common denominator. The common denominator is 8. So the 3/8 doesn't even change here. 4 becomes 8 in this middle fraction by doubling, so I'll double the numerator. 1 will become 2. Now, 2/8 and 3/8 is 5/8. So when combined, those are 3 and 5/8. Okay. Again, I can change this into 3 plus 2 plus 2/3 plus 3/4. 3 plus 2, of course, is 5. Now I can't add these fractions yet because they don't have a common denominator. 3 does not go into 4. 3 does not go into 8. So 3 does go into 12. So 12 will be the common denominator. In the first fraction, 3 becomes 12 through multiplying by 4. So I will do 2 times 4 to get my new numerator of 8. In the second fraction, 4 becomes 12 through multiplication with 3. So I'll do the same thing to the numerator. 3 times 3 is 9. Now I can add 8 and 9. So the 5 is still here. 8 and 9 is 17. Now that number looks strange. It's because it's a mixed improper fraction. And you can't give me that either. Your numerator's not allowed to be bigger than your denominator. So, how many times can you take 12 out of 17? Once, right? So we're going to take that one time I can do that and add it to the 5. 5 becomes 6. Now, we took a 12 away from 17, so what's left? 17 minus 12 is 5. 6 and 5/12 is the answer to that addition problem. Now, we can also do this vertically if we want. So we could change this into 1 and 2/3 plus 6 and 3/4. Now, when I'm doing it vertically, I need the fractions to be common denominators. The whole numbers get to stay, but the fractions both need to change. And we actually just did 2/3 and 3/4. If we look up here, we had 2/3 and 3/4. So we know 2/3 becomes 8/12 and 3/4 becomes 9/12. We've already done that work today. So no sense in doing it again. We know this is 8, we know this is 9 from the last problem. Now we can add. 1 plus 6 is 7. 8 plus 9 is our 17 again, 17/12. You can't leave that, so the 1/12 we can take away from 17 combines with the 7 to become 8, and the 12 comes away from 17 for 5/12. Last example now, we have 3½ minus 2¼ Those fractions aren't the same yet, so we're going to change them. The common denominator is 4. So 1 gets to stay in the bottom. In the top fraction, how does 2 become 4? Doubling. So I'm going to double the 1 in the numerator to make it 2. Now we can subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 minus 1 in the fractions is 1/4.